Goodneighbor, home of the most law-abiding criminals the Commonwealth had to offer. Crime was normal, murder was commonplace, and theft was to be expected. But somehow there was a modicum of peace to be expected here. Hancock, the possibly patriotic, certainly dangerous self-made ghoul, was mayor of this town of outcasts, and he ran it with an iron fist. He was rough around the edges, but he was always a man of the people. Amongst all of its crooked past, there was still some good to be found here. Blue and Valentine were two such rays of hope. Not from Goodneighbor, but good neighbors all the same. They hailed from the great green jewel of the Commonwealth, Diamond City, a bastion to those seeking refuge, though not the most welcome to ghouls. The pair were fixers. Missing child? Call Blue Valentine. Lost cat? Call Blue Valentine. Problem with raiders? Call Blue Valentine. They were all things to all people, often for free or for few caps at all. And today they were here to lend a helping hand to Daisy, owner of Daisy's Discounts, a small shop that sold all sorts of knickknacks, from canned beans to chems. She was an old friend, older than most.
Super mutants have taken over the old Boston Public Library. I got a lot of fond memories of that place from when I was a girl and human. You get those lumbering brutes out of there, I'll pay you 200 caps.
You got a deal, Daisy.
Thanks. Hey, while you're there, could you return this book for me? It's from the library. Don't even ask how long it's been overdue.
Now, first and foremost, forever and always, the key to a job well done was preparation. And with a library full of super mutants, that preparation came in the form of guns and ammunition. You needed something strong enough to put an elephant down, but with enough range to not get fallen on. Nick carried a .44 revolver that sounded like a bomb when it went off, and Blue carried a heavily modified Gauss rifle. Valentine called it overkill. Blue called it just right. Now, the Boston Public Library had two entrances, one through the Copley Station, the other was through the front door. Though if the place was filled with super mutants, the front door might make too much of an announcement of them coming in. Valentine did have an idea, though.
The library is currently closed.
I work here. Let me in.
Please provide your 6-digit employee ID number.
My ID number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Welcome, Mr. Mayor. Please enjoy your visit.
Well, it worked. It was obvious this place was being watched over. Protectrons and turrets everywhere, but no signs of human life. The humans they found that weren't skeletons were fresh enough to have been the ones guarding it all. It seemed like a good effort, a noble cause to die for. There was so much history here, and if it was lost, in a way humanity would be losing itself. Blue could relate. He knew very few things about his past. He and Valentine had that in common. But Valentine was a synth who likely had his brain wiped in the Institute, a dark cloud that hovered over the Commonwealth, and Blue, well, Blue didn't know who or what he was. But he did remember living in a small town moments before the bombs dropped. He remembered the panic, the vault, and the feeling of being frozen. And after that, nothing. Everything else was a blur. He didn't even know his real name.
Attention! Security breach near
Approach
River.
and identify
Visitors and employees
yourself.
are
Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed. These citizens will not be harmed.
You're back. How'd it go at the library? Get rid of those super mutants.
I managed to fight my way through the library. Oh, and I dropped off that book of yours.
Only 200 years past due. I know it was an odd request, but thanks for making the library a safer place. We gotta keep some old buildings sacred, you know.
So it was in the Commonwealth. 2 lost souls trying to help folk remember what was worth fighting for. Each other. There's not much more sacred than that.
Having done what, will I inherit eternal life? And he said to him, What has been written in the law? How do you read it? And answering, he said, You will love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. And he said to him, You answered correctly. Do this, and you will live. But wanting to justify himself, he said to Jesus, And who is my neighbor? And Jesus, having taken it up, said, A certain man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and fell among robbers, who having both stripped him, and having inflicted wounds, went away, having left him half dead. Now by chance a certain priest was going down on that road, and having seen him, he passed by on the opposite side. And likewise also a Levite, having come to the place, and having seen, passed by on the opposite side. But a certain Samaritan journeying came to him, and having seen, he was moved with compassion. And having come, he bound up his wounds, pouring oil and wine, and having put him on his own beast, he brought him to an inn, and took care of him. And on the next day, having taken out 2 denarii, he gave them to the innkeeper, and said, Take care of him, and whatever more you might expend, I, in my returning, will repay you. Which of these 3 seems to you to have been a neighbor of the one having fallen among the robbers? And he said, The one having done the mercy toward him. Then Jesus said to him, Go and do likewise.